Let's look at another aspect of the cloud at the My Broadband Cloud Conference 2020. Although it's virtual, we are getting the top people in the industry to talk about how they are navigating their businesses and what services they're providing. And Darryl Govender is head of cloud at Synthesis, who joins us today. Darryl, greetings to you. I hope that you're well under these interesting times we're living in. Tell us about Synthesis. What do you guys exactly do?
Hi, Aki. Yeah, so I think at a broad level, what Synthesis really tries to do is we try to use technology to really help our customers. And I don't just mean the organizations we work with. We're trying to create with technology the right innovation to enrich the lives of our end customers, our customers' customers, as a very simple example. So we're very much in technology. We started traditionally as a software development company, and we've more recently looked beyond just software dev, beyond financial services as an industry vertical, and we're looking towards cloud computing as the next big enabler for technology and reaching those customers at scale.
Well, you certainly have got your finger on the pulse there, because that's where it's all happening. But you guys are no stranger to the cloud. I mean, it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken, that you achieved advanced status as an AWS Partner Network.
That's right, yeah.
Partner. So, I mean, that's a big step forward. Tell us about that. What does that mean?
So I think for us, we were one of the first advanced consulting partners for AWS. And we took the leap with AWS. We found a lot of value from their platform. Like you'll see from Gartner, AWS has been a leader in the space for very many years. And we actually took a leap with AWS for our own software as a service products and the like. We saw a lot of value in that. And we obviously saw quite a massive gap in consulting services in South Africa and with our customers. And we went on that partner journey. And I'm proud to say that since 2017, we've been moving on from being an advanced partner. We're looking to get to Premier. We've got 150 plus certifications in our organization today. We've got a few competencies with AWS, financial services, DevOps, MS workloads as well. And we use all of that partner program benefit and accolade to actually help our customers with program benefits that other players in the industry may not have access to. So we're using all of this type of benefit and capability that we've built to really add that value and speak to that cause that I mentioned at the start of our conversation.
Well, certainly Amazon is putting their money where their mouth is. I mean, recently we've seen the development of their infrastructure in the Western Cape, for example. What does this development mean for South Africa and for your company per se?
Yeah, so I think for our customers, a lot of the time they've gone off to Ireland as an example to get those AWS services, and now they can get it in the backyard. So it solves a lot of problems around latency. So as a very simple example, with the latency to Ireland is about 160 milliseconds, where to Cape Town from Johannesburg, it's about 16 milliseconds. So an order of magnitude benefit for real-time latency sensitive applications that a lot of our customers have. As well as the data sovereignty consideration. Look, Ireland was a good landing zone for customers because GDPR and POPIA, well, POPIA is really a subset of GDPR. So from a sovereignty perspective, it worked out well. But now they've got a data center in the backyard, and you'll see that service offering from AWS just continually grow as they invest more and more into South Africa and Africa in general.
I mean, you've obviously assisted a lot of these companies to migrate to the Cape Town node. What's their experience been like? Is it quite a seamless experience? Is it just transferring files from one folder to another? I mean, what is it like moving to another node?
So it really depends on the tier of company. Like our large enterprises, they spend a lot of time and effort, of course, setting up what we call the guardrails and the landing zone for them to get into Cape Town. The good news is, the last few years, most of our customers have been on the journey. So there's a lot of education, a lot of training. The guys are very familiar with AWS and the services. And because the services are so seamless between the regions, it hasn't been too much of a massive issue or massive constraint for our customers, which has been great to see.
Yeah, I mean, AWS is astonishing. The growth they've had over the last decade has been, I think it's caught many people by surprise. Where are you seeing South African companies with the demands onto AWS? What kind of demands are they looking at for infrastructure? Why are they moving to AWS, for example? Where are you seeing the trends from a South African company point of view?
Yeah, so I think a lot of them are trying to get the reliability right. as we know, customers these days, and yourself, myself, we're looking for this always-on experience from a connected device and a connected service perspective. So a lot of it is around fixing the reliability concerns that customers might have with some of their existing infrastructure, whether it's self-hosted or even if it's outsourced to some of the local providers as well. They're looking for that hyperscaler type capability that players such as AWS, Microsoft, Google, etc., can put down and provide for them. So that's a lot of the movement and I would say the benefit that customers that we're working with are looking for primarily.
And are you anticipating a big rush? Many organisations moving to that Western Cape node, South African companies per se. I know there's been a big demand in the last few months, but where do you see it over the next 18 months?
So I think definitely, there'll be a lot of movement, especially net new type customers. With our existing customers, what they're doing, and quite smartly and quite correctly so, they're looking at the region cost of South Africa versus where they already are in Ireland, in AWS as an example. And because they've already invested so much time in making architectures that are cloud native, as a simple example, they're trying to decouple that real-time component, trying to really leverage the cloud native capability. We'll see a lot of customers that are quite strategically still using AWS Ireland as a kind of a hotspot for a lot of their services, and then moving into South Africa where that latency sensitivity starts to hit them, data sovereignty, etc., those types of things. But I think from an uptake perspective, definitely on the net new customer into AWS in the future, it's going to be a little bit of a floodgate in terms of this.
No, it's interesting. I mean, you just look at the cloud infrastructure, the amount of companies, fast tracking a lot of their, stuff they had, to do over the next 18 months, and it's all come very suddenly. So what can you tell us has happened in the last, say, 4 or 5 months since the lockdown started? Have you seen quite a rapid adoption of organizations moving more of their stuff onto the cloud and people trying the cloud out for the first time? What have you seen? What trends have you seen?
Absolutely. I mean, from a COVID perspective, we've seen a lot of customers that have obviously rushed to the cloud from a collaboration and a productivity tool set perspective, but in terms of their own services as well, I think they've realized that digital journey that they've been on needs to be accelerated. As an example, in retail, we've seen so much around online shopping and delivery mechanisms that have come up, and a lot of it is really powered and enabled by cloud technology. And the same thing for a lot of our financial services customers and across the board, to be honest, from an industry perspective. I would say the digital journey has really accelerated in the last few months, given all the COVID-related circumstances.
Darryl Govender, Head of Cloud at Synthesis, thank you for those incredible insights. We wish you luck and into the future. But certainly this is an industry that is really powering ahead at an astonishing pace. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.